will be a peaceful demonstration. And we had Ogeshi also indicating that we had state-sponsor goons. I don't know if you have any confirmable facts with that they're state-sponsored, because we've had also from government officials who stoutly deny that this is state-sponsored. But you'll answer that much later. Erick?
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here. Let me start by first declaring that my coming here as a security practitioner, having both served in government and now as private, my interest is security. And when I came here, I was looking at tomorrow is 1 year later after the demonstrations. What are we expecting? What did we do wrong the other time that we could avoid? And let me put a disclaimer that there needs to be no doubt of acrimony between police and the young people. Let me also add that not all police officers are bad. So it's important that we become a community that does not do condemnation that is wholesale. Let's deal with the person who is wrong. Looking at these faces today, you don't see a demonstrator who is violent. You see young people who know why they have come here. They have explained to us the reason why they are coming. And you know, bereavement is very psychological. Parents and relatives and friends tomorrow want to remember their friends and relatives who died. And if the intention is to work, I said on your sister television last week that please let them be. Let police be there to just give them security. And all they want is to reach some of those spots that they think the people were shot from. Most times the antagonistic approach comes from the police officers. But again, I'm saying, within this police grouping, police work with something called an operational order. And I'm sure my friend Mushiri Nyaga is here, who has been in the field and today is a spokesman. That we need a police system that can work with these young people from every point that they have disclosed in their rota. Work with them, escort them. You see, there has been the fear that all that police is in a hurry to say is that criminals will infiltrate. But now we have seen politicians and actors of the state openly threatening to support that so-called criminal infiltration. And I would have expected that today government would by now have called people to Kiambu Road here to DCI headquarters for people to record statements. I saw the expose by the KTN, your sister television, of people who are chatting, saying, you know, even a senior official of the state saying, tomorrow you can say goodbye and go for good. It's reckless. That's not the country we want. That's not the country we want. It doesn't matter who you are. This young girl from Kirinyaga said, no one is above the law. And she is right. No one is above the law. So who is this person who is saying that tomorrow, a young person who is saying, I am going to the streets because I lost a friend? You know, last year, let me say, I am a father of people of this age group. My son is 25, another one is 23. And they left and said, Dad, all we'll do, we'll be sending you our posts of where we are, but we are going. And I told them, go. They went, luckily, they came back. I sympathize with those whose relatives didn't come back. I joined Gloria in saying we are sorry. But I think we do not want to say that these demonstrations are about criminals. Now we know that if criminals appear tomorrow, we have people who we expect Mushiri to send his officers to. We have politicians who have talked in Kisii, saying, try it again, you will find us. We saw another one saying, if you come to town, you will find us in town. And the town was chaotic. And someone is still free. Another one is saying, it could be your last day. They are walking. Another one is saying, you have not seen Pokot warriors from Baringo. Who told him that these ones are tribal? These young people of ours, these ones I'm facing today, even my children, they don't know tribe. They know nothing in tribe. And I think we must look at government in the eye and say, if one life is lost tomorrow, it will be on account of this misbehavior by perceived government loyalists. And they must be called out, because if you find people who are just walking with placards and a handkerchief, why are you accosting them with batons or tear gas or water cannons? And let me say, even on this television, that Mushiri Nyaga is one of those very experienced and disciplined police officers I've ever interacted with. You will not remember that during the COVID, we lost a political leader called Jacoyo Midiwo. And that is the time government was saying, they die, you bury the same day. Mushiri, you were county commissioner, county police commander in Siaya. It nearly went out of hand, but what did you do? You withdrew police. And I was with you, and you spoke to the people, to the mourners, and it went peaceful. So why can't you, now that you speak for that entire service, why can't you sell that good behavior to your wayward colleagues and tell them these are our children after all? Huh? That these are our children, we return to them in the evening? Along the way, if you find one who is also wrong, handle him as one who is wrong. Take him to court. Yeah. Don't hit him with batons until he cannot walk in the name of he committed a misdemeanor. And this is why I have a problem with IPOA. I think for me, two other institutions are not making life easier as I conclude.
Yeah, let me just butt in because of interest of time. We'll come to you. Just hang on to that thought so that also we may hear from the voice of the church as well.
Okay.
And we know Canon Charles Kariuki on Sunday was a big day as well. We had many of the Gen Zs flocking the churches. We had a commemorative service in the afternoon, just as a segue to what will be happening tomorrow. But there has been